Hello dear students, today's session is going to be about functions and we are going to cover complaints, hope and wish, suggestion, apologizing and possibilities. Let's start with expressing complaints. As you know, complaints are expressions of displeasure or annoyance in response to an action that is seen by the speaker as unfavorable. All right. So, in order to express complaints, there are some expressions that we use. All right, here are some expressions. I have a complaint to make. Your pizza is just too salty in a context of a restaurant. I'm sorry to say this, your food is inedible, more or less the same context. I'm afraid I have got a complaint about your child. He is too noisy. Pay attention, you can use the expressions in different, you can keep using the same expression in different contexts. I am afraid there is a slight problem with the service in this hotel. Excuse me, but you are standing on my foot. I want to complain about the noise you are making. I am angry about the way you treat me, okay? So, in order to respond to complaints, we have two possibilities. Either positive or negative response. So for positive responses to a complaint, you can say, I am sorry, more or less, or generally speaking, when we are responding positively to a complaint, we are apologizing. So you can say, I am sorry, but this will never occur or happen again. I am sorry, we promise never to make the same mistake again when we are speaking about a service context. I am really sorry, we'll do our utmost, means the best, not to do the same mistake again. For negative responses to a complaint, that means in a denial context, you can say, sorry, there is nothing we can do about it. That means that the person here doesn't admit he has done something wrong. I am afraid there isn't much we can do about it, and we are sorry, but the food is just all right in a restaurant context. All right. The following pictures, okay, so the following pictures here represents contexts of complaints. For example, in the first one, we have music too loud. How are you going to express your complaint here? Okay, you can say, I'm afraid I have a complaint about the music, it's too loud. The second one, wait for a long time. Okay, so the person here, you can understand that he's been waiting for a long time in a service, in an administration, and so on. He or she would say, I'm sorry to say this, but we have been waiting for a long time. And of course, the expression might differ, and also the idea or the sentence. Drive too fast. Maybe you are driving, your friend or your brother is driving you home, and you could notice that he is driving too fast. How are you going to explain your complaint? Maybe you can say, I have a complaint about your driving. You are driving too fast. The third one, slow computer. I have a complaint about your the computer. It is too slow. Okay, number 5. Late to class. Maybe a teacher is going to complain about a student being late most of the time. I'm angry about the fact that you are always late. This is a possible expression. Wrong change. Okay. How would you express your complaint? I am afraid there is a slight problem with the change. Maybe some change is missing. The 7th one, it's too hot. Sorry, but it's too hot. I will turn the fan on. 8, you would say, excuse me, but there is a fly in my soap in a restaurant or so on. The next complaint, ordered tea and not coffee, maybe talking about or with a waiter or a waitress. I am sorry to say this, but I ordered tea, not coffee. The next one, it's too dark. So I'm sorry to say this, but the room is too dark. Can you turn the light on? Possible. The next one, room smells. So there is a bad smell in the room. I'm afraid I have a complaint about the room. It smells. The next one, bought a pair of trousers, but they are too short. I'm afraid there is a slight problem with the pair of trousers you bought me. They are too short. All right. Now we are going to move to hope and wish, and we are going to try to revise one more time the different uses between the two functions. Okay? So, hope, to desire something good or positive in the future. It is something that is possible. Pay attention. Often used to talk about future events, situations, or actions. For future meaning, it is paired with simple present tense. Okay? So I hope my team wins the game. So it is possible that the team is going to win. So that's my hope. Hope can also be used to talk about something that recently happened and will be decided in the future in case it is paired with the simple past tense. And pay attention here, when we use hope plus the simple past, we talk about something that we hope it would be in a positive context, but we don't know the outcome yet. I hope I got the job after a job interview, but before you know the outcome. I don't know whether I am going to be accepted or no, but I hope the best. On the other hand, wish is to desire something that is impossible or not likely to happen. So wish can be paired with the simple past verb or conditional models in order to express an unreal situation or present desire. I wish I had a bigger house. That means I don't have a bigger house. So it's just a wish. The next example, I wish I could learn English faster. So probably I can't learn English faster, but I wish that I could, which is not the case. Okay, test your knowledge. What is the difference between these two statements? I hope I can improve my English. I wish I could improve my English. In the former one, I hope I can improve my English, we can understand that it is a possibility. So it's possible for me to improve my English, and then I am going to work on myself, and it's going to happen, maybe, possibility. The next one, I wish I could improve my English. The use of the verb wish here means that it's impossible. It's unlikely to happen, or it's something that is possible to take place. So remember that hope expresses something that the speaker believes is possible. The first sentence above means that I want to improve my English and I think it is possible. The next one, wish, on the other hand, expresses something that the speaker believes is not possible right now. It is not possible. The second sentence above means that I want to improve my English, but I don't think it's possible. It's unlikely. Let's move to our exercises. So, the first exercises, fill in the gaps with hope or wish. Use only hope and wish as verbs. Okay? So, number one, John fails his test. He fails his test. He had studied more. So here we understand that the person is talking about a past situation, and maybe it's unlikely to change the fate of the test. So, of course, we are going to use wish. Pay attention to the grammar. We have he, then we are going to use to conjugate wish, okay, using the S of the third person singular. He wishes he had studied more. And then we have he passes his next one. So he is talking about a future possible situation. Then he is going to use hope instead of wish. And one more time, pay attention to grammar. He hopes he passes his exam. My apartment is small. I had a bigger one or a bigger apartment. So currently, I am living in a small apartment. Then I am not going to hope. I am going to wish instead. I wish I had a bigger apartment, and I wish I didn't live here. Ryan has a soccer game tomorrow. He hopes his team wins. Okay, so it's possible. The game might be cancelled, though. If it rains, he hopes it doesn't rain. About future situations and possibility one more time. Like Donald Trump, she wishes he won the election and she hopes that he doesn't destroy the world. Let's move to the next exercise. Okay, so now we are going to move to exercise number 2. Put the verbs between brackets in the correct form. You pay attention to the conjugation of the verb and the use of whether, hope, or wish. Okay, number 1, we have Tina is single. She wants to get married. In other words, she wishes, okay, she had a husband. She wishes she had a husband. We are speaking about a wish. It's unlikely. Number 2, my friends are always looking at their mobile phones. I wish they wouldn't do that. It's rude. And number 3, Bobby has a lot of work to do, but he hopes that he can finish by 5 p.m. I have an important speech to get tomorrow. I hope that I don't forget everything I plan to say. So more or less, generally speaking, we are using hope for something that is possible, and we are using wish for something that is unlikely to happen. Dear students, we are going to move to the next lesson, which is about suggestion. A suggestion is an idea someone proposes. In order to make a suggestion, we have a set of examples of expressions, and of course we have accepting and refusing a suggestion. I invite you to have a look at the word. All right, number 1, we have making suggestion. Let's revise our lesson. The use of let's is used to indicate suggestion. What about going to cinema tonight? Pay attention, when we use what about, the verb should be in the ing form, gerund form. How about playing cards? One more time, it's the same. How about and what about? Why don't we do our homework? All right, for accepting a suggestion, we can say, okay, yes, let's, yes, I'd like to, yes, with pleasure, why not? What a good idea, and why not? For refusing suggestion, you can say, no, let's not, okay? And no, I'd rather not, or I don't feel like it. Okay, for or as an exercise, I propose a dialogue for you. So here you have a dialogue between two friends. They are talking about where to go this evening. So based on the context, you are going to see whether you are going to make, refuse, or accept the suggestion. Number 1, we have Alice. You know, Alan, go to cinema to watch Titanic. So here you can understand from the context that Alice is going to make a suggestion. Her answer might be, what about going to cinema to watch Titanic? Or how about, or let's, for example, go to cinema to watch Titanic. Alan, no. So the use of no here means that Alan is going to, yes, refuse the suggestion. No, he can say let's not, okay? We have seen the film many times before. Go to the library. So here we have a question, then it's making suggestion. What about going to the library? Or I suggest going to the library. We have to finish our school projects. Alice, good idea between parentheses indicates that Alice is going to accept the suggestion. So, yeah, that's a good idea. Yes, let's. What a good idea. But when we finish, we have go to the coffee. So it is making suggestion. But when we finish, what about going to coffee? Alan, yes. That means he is going to accept the suggestion. So, yes, why not? Yes, let's, and so on and so forth. All right. The next lesson is about apologizing. So what is to apologize? To apologize is to tell someone that you are sorry for having done something that causes him or her inconvenience or unhappiness. There are a set, one more time, of expressions to make apologies and to accept apologies. Pay attention. It is considered very rude to refuse or reject apologies in English. Okay. So making apologies. You can use I apologize for, I'd like to apologize for, I am sorry for, of course, you are not going to stop here. You are going to use the expressions based on the context and the sentence. It's all my fault. Please forgive me for, excuse me for, I'm terribly sorry for, pardon me for this, please accept my apologies, and so on and so forth. These are just proposals. Okay, accepting apologies, that's all right. Never mind. It doesn't matter. Don't mention it. That's okay. I quite understand. You couldn't help it. Forget about it. Don't worry about it. And no harm done. All right. So here you have 3 sentences. You are going to, they are like situations that you are going to respond to. So respond to the following situations. Number 1, you accidentally run into an old lady, making her drop her groceries and breaking her eggs. How are you going to make an apology? You would say, okay, you can say, I am awfully sorry, madam. I didn't mean to cause this mess. Of course, you can use any one of the expressions above. Number 2, you are a waiter or a waitress. There is an insect in the salad. So your customer isn't happy. You would say, please accept my apologies. I will change your salad, or the meal is on the shop or the restaurant. Okay, there are different ways by means of which you can express apologies. And the third one and the last, you failed another math exam. Your mom is not happy. How would you apologize to your mom? You would say, I'm sorry, I'm terribly sorry. Please accept my apologies for this, and I promise to work harder. Okay? All right. Now let's move to the last lesson of today's session. It's about possibility. So possibility is when there is a chance that something may happen or be true. May. So we use may, can, might, and could to talk about present or future possibility. We can substitute may, can, might, and could for maybe, perhaps, or probably, which are not modal verbs. All right, so may and might show possibility in the present or the future. Pay attention. Might is less formal. Okay, so we use might among friends and so on, but we don't use it with our, for example, boss in a company or so on and so forth. So in the present, where are my keys? They may be in the car. I'm not sure, but maybe. Future, I may go to the party tonight. That means if I have enough time, I may go. If not, I might stay home. Could, something is possible in the present or future. So I use here the same sentences using could instead of may and might in order to show that they can be used interchangeably. So present, where are my keys? They could be in the car. That means I can say they could, they may, or they might be in the car. Future, we could go to the party tonight. Must is another modal verb that is used for a brief of certainty. He was running for 2 hours. He must be tired. Here, it has nothing to do with obligation, but it is possible. It's just an assumption that the person who has been running for 2 hours is tired. So although it seems obvious, it is not a fact that the runner is tired. Maybe he is, maybe he is not. All right. So for past possibilities, may, might, and could are all used to show possibility in the past. But here you have to mind the following structure. Modal verbs that are may, might, and could, plus have, plus the past participle. He might have brought the cake. He might have not. She may have gone home early. She may have gone late. They could have worked late, or they couldn't. So here we have another or other expressions that are used for possibility, but they are not considered phrase modal verbs. Maybe, and here you have to pay attention, between the two expressions, maybe here, that is attached, is an adverb, while may alone and be alone is the modal verb may plus the bare infinitive of to be. Maybe she will make the trip alone. Perhaps she will visit London. Possibly she will go by plane. it's possible that someone will meet her at the airport, and last but not least, there's a chance she will like the city. All right, as an exercise, choose the most appropriate answer to express possibility. Number 1, he be able to help you. We have may, must, should, and will. Obviously, may is the only modal verb that is used for possibility, so he may be able to help you. Number 2, she might, okay, not will probably, not will, not would, they are not used for possibility, so she might have to sell her car and other belongings to pay her debt. Number 3, where is Anna? I don't know. She be at the swimming pool or in the park. We have could, should, must, and have to, and here we have to use could. So she could be at the swimming pool or the park. The last one, it be as easy as you think. We have can't, couldn't, might not, and must not. Here we are going to use might not be easy as you think. So dear students, thank you very much for your attention. We call it a day. Take good care of yourselves and see you next lesson.